Grüße, bonjour, guten Tag. 3 different ways to say hello. Hello, my name's Nate Davis, and I'm reporting on the third quest for Historical Jesus. For a little background, the third quest got started because of the second quest had a German Nazi influence, and a lot of the scholars didn't like the influence it portrayed on Historical Jesus and the Jews of its time. A little biased. The first quest for Historical Jesus, got started in the late 1700s. For the third quest, the scholars wanted an academic approach to who Historical Jesus was. They, one, wanted an in-depth examination of the authenticity of the Gospels. 2, they wanted to know who Jesus was as a Jew and what was life like for the first century Hebrew or the first century Jews. Third, they wanted a detailed understanding of the diversity of Judaism of the first century. In a short time, there was 2 distinct groups that had different viewpoints of who Jesus was. The third questers believed that his deeds or miracles were the main reason for the Romans, under the regional direction of Pontius Pilate, to crucify Jesus. A little side note, crucifixion was extreme capital punishment reserved for slaves, foreigners, or soldiers who did really bad things to make the empire look bad. So they did not like this. And it was designed to have the person withstand 4 to 6 days and was a form of public humiliation to a degree that we'll never see in the modern era. Hopefully. And the death usually resulted in cardiac arrest. One of the camps to emerge of the 2 main distinct ideas of Historical Jesus was the fact he was a prophet. This group was led by a Mr. Sanders, E.P. Sanders. His line of thought behind Jesus as a prophet was due to his teachings about cleansing the temple. But he did downplay the Gospel's portrayal of the Jewish leaders and their relationship with the disciples and Jesus. The next camp main leader was Isa Vermes. He was a Jewish scholar, and he compared Jesus to modern-day miracle makers. So that camp viewed Jesus as a charismatic holy man. Vermes' group, and others like him, did believe that Jesus' teachings were a threat to the Jewish leaders at the time. Thus, we see the big comparison between Sanders' group and Vermes' group. And there are still more groups. Some believe he was a reformer, a proactive peacemaker, a marginalized Messiah. Still, there were other lines that believed he was a guru. No matter which group there was, the only thing that was certain, that he was so charismatic, there is not one really good way to view Jesus, other than the fact that you just might want to say he was all of these. This is my report on the third quest for Historical Jesus. Thank you. Das Vidania.